Hello, boys and girls. We're going to do our third read of A Musical Day today. I'm going to ask you some questions at the end, and I want you to remember that Jardine Nolan is the author of the book. That means she wrote all of the words, and that Frank Morrison is the illustrator who used to be a dancer, because those are going to be two of your questions. So, um, I'm going to read it, but before I do it, it says, how is music part of your everyday life? Maybe your family plays the radio or like off songs on their iPhones and iPads. Um, in my family, my daughter plays the harp and the piano. She actually has a wonderful gift. She's 15 years old and she competes at the state level in harp and in piano. So Mrs. Gillum gets to hear a lot of practice going on the harp and on the piano. Um, I'm going to read the story, and I want you to read it with me. And let's go ahead and just review these really fast. Now, today, her, all of these are in our story. Would, our, she. Those were our sight words that are on our test on Friday. And then these are the ones that are not on our test, but they're in our story, and they're sort of hard. So what does this one say? Guitar, band, music, and ant. Okay, you can read it with me. Okay, ready? I'm pointing at the word. Ready, begin. A musical day. And I can tell that this family, and I know they're not a real family. This is realistic fiction. That means it could happen. But I can tell in this story the characters really love music. It's a big part of their life. Okay, ready to read with me? Mom and Dad will go on a trip today. Our Aunt Viv will be with us. Tom and I are glad. We get a big hug from Aunt Viv. She is lots of fun. We clap, hop, and sing. Do you notice that when we get to a comma that we have to pause a little bit? Instead of saying, we clap, hop, and sing, we say, we clap, hop, and sing. Because that's what the comma helps you do. It helps you pause. Okay, read this with me. Glenn and Meg get here. Now Aunt Viv has a plan. She has a big bag. A lot can fit in her bag. What is in it? Would you kids like to play music? Aunt Viv said. Yes, we yell. Meg and I make guitars to pluck. Tom and Glenn make drums to tap. Tom, Glenn, Meg, and I are a band. Did you see how we paused? Instead of saying Tom, Glenn, Meg, and I are a band, it's like Tom, Glenn, Meg, and I are a band. Because that's what the comma helps us do. Pause between the words. It is fun to make music with Aunt Viv. Oh, I read that incorrectly. This ended with an exclamation mark, so I need to sound more animated. It is fun to make music with Aunt Viv. Okay, now I sound like a movie star. If you're going to be a movie star, you have to learn how to use expression. When there's an exclamation mark at the end, you have to make it sound like you have lots of emotions. You have to make it sound animated. Okay, so here are your questions. So Jerdine Nolan is the illustrator, the author, or the editor of this book? So is she illustrator, author, or editor? She's the author. She wrote all the words. Frank Morrison he is the illustrator, and when he was young, what did he used to be? A doctor, a dentist, or a dancer? Were you listening? He used to be a dancer, but now he draws really lively pictures. Okay, a made-up story that tells about things that could happen in real life. So it's made up, but it could happen in real life. Is that called realistic fiction, a fable, or informational text? You're right if you said realistic fiction. So it could happen, but it didn't. Okay, what happens first in the story? Do you remember from all our times reading it and talking about it? Do the children make instruments first? Does Aunt Viv come first? Or do Mom and Dad pack a suitcase first? Yes, they pack a suitcase, and that was not in the text. You could only have known that if you were looking at the pictures. Good readers look at the pictures too. Yes, first thing that happens, the mom and dad are packing, and in the beginning she comes, but the first thing that happened is that they're packing suitcases. So Aunt Viv is old, Aunt Viv is lots of fun, or Aunt Viv is tired. If you said lots of fun, you were listening. When Aunt Viv plays music, what do the children do? Okay, let's see where she's playing music. Oh, look, she's playing music. Just like my daughter, she knows how to play the piano. And what do the kids do? Let's read. Well, clap, hop, and sing, hide, or cover their ears. So when she plays music, what do? Let's look. They clap, hop, and sing. And you were going to say that. So what was in Aunt Viv's bag? Was it things to make instruments out of? Was it her pet cat? Because, some bags have pets in them. Or was it clothes? If you said things to make instruments out of, you're correct. So what instruments do the girls make? And we're not going to turn the page. Do the girls make drums, trumpets, or guitars? They're making guitars. You're right if you said guitars. What instruments do the boys make? Guitars, drums, or saxophones? Yeah, drums. So a group of people who play music together is called a class, a choir, hey, or a band. You know what? A group of people who play music together, not sing music. If they play music together, they are a band. If they sing music together, they're a choir. Okay, so who's telling the story? Who is telling the story? Do you remember? Was it the dad? No. The mom? No. The brother? Tom? No. The girl? Yes, and we don't know her name. She refers to herself as I. She says, Tom and I are glad. Aunt Viv will be with us. Tom and I are glad. She's the one telling the story. She's narrating the story. So at the end of the story, everyone is, remember what happened last? At the end of the story, everyone is eating, sleeping, or making music. They're all making music. Or maybe pretending to make music. I think you can make music with those drums, but those aren't real guitars. But Aunt Viv is making music. And it looks like they're all singing, so they're making music out of their mouths. All right, boys and girls, that was our third read. Until next time, bye-bye.